What's going on, everybody? Joe Daniels here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about nutrition and diet help. I actually don't like to use the word diet. I like the nutritional intake. No matter what you're trying to do, that's your diet. So if you're training for kettlebell sport, you're training for a marathon. Whatever you're using to fuel your body, that's your diet. And it can be good or bad. So a lot of people have the problem of sticking with a nutrition plan, especially if they're not having many protein, fat, or carb choices. If they're staying stuck eating nothing but boiled chicken, no sodium, oatmeal, and olive oil and broccoli. Now what does that seem like? It's like, seems to me there's a whole lot of things missing. First off, expand your protein sources and look at what's out there, carb sources, find things that are comparable, utilize them. After that, you're still going to get to the point where, after a couple, week or so, you're just going to get bored. So find even a small cookbook with a minuscule amount of knowledge that you can gain from it on how to cook better, using herbs and spices. One of the best things I've ever done is to invest into spices and herbs and seasonings for the kitchen. So I'm always testing out something new. We're all adults, so if you don't like the taste of something, don't make a lot of it. Make something small, and like I said, you guys are big boys and big girls. You can deal with it if it doesn't have the best taste. Next time, just don't do that. Follow some good recipes from people that you respect and have done the stuff before, but take my word for it and go out and get a sample pack or something of herbs and spices. I like to go to Colonel D's in Findlay Market. As you can tell, Kentucky proud. They're Fort Thomas, Kentucky. But anyway, this one's called Around the World, and it has 40 different awesome, strange, foreign, familiar flavors inside. Like fenugreek seeds. I don't really know what fenugreek seeds taste like, but I know I've seen them in natural healing type things. I don't know what grains of paradise is from West Africa. Anyway, if I learn a little bit of how to utilize these spices, excuse me, still feeling trying to get better from that cold that I had last week. If I just start using some of these things and make the boiled chicken just taste any amount different, more exciting when I'm eating it, I'm going to be able to stick on that. I'm going to be able to stick on the nutrition plan longer. We wanted to make it a lifestyle of eating healthy, not just a boring, bland 8-week program of, like I said, boiled chicken or just the most boring foods in the world. We have so many different taste buds for different sensations and textures and everything for a reason. Utilize that stuff. So anyway, take $50 and invest in some spices. There's 40 different ones right here. 40. That's a good amount. Most people would have salt and pepper and hot sauce. So anyway, like right here. Here's 10 different types of salt. I know a lot of people might think this is silly, but when you've been eating healthily and you've been eating, real food that's grown and farmed, seasonings are the way to go. That's how you change that up. I can make a chili. I can make a different pot of chili 15 different ways without even thinking about it. Like, once you start using these, it's just like when you start with your exercise program or whatever you're doing that's new. It's hard at first, but you start learning more and more the more often you do it. Well, if you're eating 4 times, 5 times a day, and you try something new every day, by the time a month goes, you're gonna develop a little bit more taste and feeling for some of these spices. You're gonna see that food doesn't have to just be sweet or salty. It can be earthy. It can have all sorts of different flavors. Sometimes it's overwhelming that there's so many choices out there. But start simple. Start with, get 10 different ones. You can get pre-made blends, and this is Saison. It's basically sea salt, annatto, coriander, cumin, and garlic. I didn't know what annatto was until I saw it in here, tasted it, interesting. But then put into a blend with other stuff, it's amazing. This is what I've been putting on trout. I've been having trout fillets a couple of times in the last week, and it's just amazing with just a little bit of, excuse me, a little bit of sea salt at the end. That's all it needed. One little pinch of this. It's great. But anyway, this is my biggest tip for people that say they get bored with their food is get an inexpensive cookbook, spend $50 on assorted spices, different salts, different sweet, sour, tart, bitter, all sorts of stuff. And then you can go from there. So instead of having chicken, you can have Jamaican jerk chicken, you can have an Italian chicken, you can have an Indian dish with chicken. I mean, chicken's all across, the bird is across the world. So there's just so many ways, as many different cultures and different areas there are, you can have different flavored chicken if you understand how to make it. So what have you got to lose? Enjoying your food a little bit more. So invest in some spices, invest in some herbs, and enjoy your food more.